Now, is that clear? And I'm just showing you the syntax once again. You see, this is a syntax. Def function name parameters, and as I said, docstring. Docstring is optional, but it is a good habit if you take the docstring. Docstring, and what is another name we have? Documentation string. Is that okay? Now, before proceeding further, we will see how to give a function name. How to give a function name. Do we have any rules for defining a function name or not? We will see. What are the rules for an identifier or a variable normally? The same rule applies for the function name also. When you are giving a name to a function, we should follow some rules. So whatever the rules we have for naming an identifier or a variable, the same rule will be applied for the function name also. So what are the rules we have? Can anyone? What are the rules we have? It should start with a letter. What are the rules we have for a variable? Not only small case, we can have capital also. But it is case sensitive. Smaller letters and uppercase, it will be a difference. It should start with a letter. It should not start with a, should not start with number. No special symbols allowed. No special symbols allowed. Only underscore is allowed. These are the rules what we have for naming a function. For naming a function, we should follow some rules. What are the rules is it should start with a letter. It should not start with a number. No special symbols are allowed, and underscore is allowed. Only the special symbol or underscore is allowed. Let us check it now. Let us check it. What I'll do here is I'll just change it here. I'll take one add. Okay, I'm starting with a number. So you should not start with a number actually. So what we are getting here, invalid syntax. It should not start with a number as we are doing for a variables. If you want, you can take it here, add 1. After letters we can have. Now let us check it here. Add 1. So now we are not getting any error here. I'll take 5, 6. Okay, and if I'll just take and we can take underscore. Add numbers I'll take. Okay, we should call the function, right? The same name we should have for the function calling. So same name I'm giving in the function calling also. As I said, we can have the underscore. So we can have underscore. So you see we are not getting any error. We'll take any other special symbol. Okay, I'll take dollar. I'll take dollar. So actually dollar should not be allowed. Let us see what happens now. So we are getting an error. So when you are naming a function, you should remember all these following things. What are the things I said? When you're naming a function, what are the things you should remember? What is the second case? This is the first case we have seen is without argument and no written values. Now, no argument and with written values. And we will be having a written value here. So now what I'll do here is, I will go with the same example. Addition of numbers. I'm not passing any parameters. So without arguments we have, but it should return a value now. So since it is returning a value, what I'm doing here is, we should use a keyword called as a return. What I should return? The result I should return. Where do we have our result? The result we have in C. Okay. Now we will see what happens. In the main program, I did not do any changes. Let us see what happens now. I've called the function. Add numbers is the thing what I have called here. And the function is returning a value. Let us see what happens now. Okay, it is asking for A value and it is asking for B value. A and B values I have given as 5 and 5. Hi. Did we get the result? What should be our output actually? 10 and high. But we did not get 10. Did we get 10 here? Did we get 10? No. Why we did not get the output 10? Why we did not get the output 10 is, the function is returning the value. The function is returning a value, but in the main program, whatever the value is returned, we did not store. Whatever the value it is returned, we did not store. So what I'll do here is, whatever the value which is returned by the function, we should store now. So for that, I'll take sum equal to. Okay, now the result is stored in the sum. I'll take print sum. Now we will get the result now. Enter the A value 5, B value 5, and 10 and high. Is that clear now? Whatever the result which is returned, the main program should have a variable to hold. So sum we are taking here and we are printing sum.